But what do you do if you're unemployed right now? Well, how about working for free as a volunteer in your local community and do some good work in these bad economic times? We've got a little conversation pit going on right here. The Faces of the Recession is the series that we're calling it. Julia Kaufmann-Yu, David Halloran, and Erica Teich all join us live this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, Julia, let's start with you.
Sure.
You know, I'm sure that when you were working at that investment firm that you worked at for a long time, you thought, you know, I'd love to volunteer, but I'm so busy at work, I don't have any time.
Well, I actually joined this investment firm because of its corporate culture of giving back to the community. And I was involved in community service efforts while there. They really provide the time and the bandwidth for you to do that. However, as I was laid off, one of the things I decided to do was refocus my career and think about how can I apply my business background to causes and charities that might need it in these times.
Excellent. So you took your background where it's very technical, it's very specialized. So what are you doing now?
Well, I actually worked in a management consulting capacity at this investment firm, and in the past had worked at management consulting firms. So I took that business background, strategic planning background, and apply it to various projects at Dress for Success. I work. I live out in New Jersey, in Chatham, New Jersey, so I'm a part of the Morris County chapter there. I'm also affiliated with a nonprofit business consulting company called the Institute for Entrepreneurial Leadership, and that company helps small businesses in the Newark area with their growth strategies.
Terrific. Now, David, when you found yourself out of work, you probably were thinking, okay, I got to focus on finding myself a job, and I got to spend all my time looking for a job. But at some point, you say, okay, I've looked for a job for this amount of time. I got a little time left over.
Well, there's certainly a lot more hours in the day when you're not working full-time, when you're not working a 60, 70-hour-a-week job. I was a volunteer before I got laid off. I've definitely added a lot more hours to my volunteering schedule since getting laid off.
I know you were a marketing director before when you were getting paid. Now what are you doing to help the folks out there who need help?
There's 3 projects that I work on. I work on an animal shelter project in Queens. I'm a team leader on the animal shelter project and on an adult literacy project in Queens also. And for New York Cares, the organization that I volunteer with, I also conduct new volunteer orientations.
Awesome. All right. Erica, let's talk a little bit about your situation. You found yourself laid off. At what point did you say, okay, I can't just sit in the house any longer. I've got to get out and I've got to go help somebody?
Absolutely, immediately thereafter. You need focus. You need to have something to do when you wake up in the morning. And to be honest, if you are not married, if you do not have children, you focus on your career. So without a career, you need something to substitute. And volunteering was a natural transition for me. And God's Love We Deliver was flexible enough that I could still look for another position while at the same time work there a number of hours, whether it was weekdays, weekends, mornings, afternoons.
Fantastic. All right. You guys stay right here because we're going to continue the conversation. We're going to talk a little bit about how you can do some of this volunteer work and it might actually lead to a paying job. Plus, a little rebellion now and then is a good thing. Just ask 17-year-old Dallas Jessup how her story inspired a worldwide revolution. She is joining us live, straight ahead on Fox and Friends. We are back with David and also Julia and Erica. They have been recently laid off, and they've all found a way to volunteer as they look for work. Now, Julia, we were talking during the break.
Yeah.
How is this volunteering going to lead to you getting a job?
Well, one thing I decided was to take a step back and think about what my professional and personal goals are for the future. And I decided I'm going to apply my management consulting business background to the not-for-profit sector, either working at a corporation, helping the not-for-profits, or working at a not-for-profit and giving back that way.
And now you and your husband also sponsor some of these pink slip parties where a whole bunch of people who've been laid off get together and network and try to find jobs.
That's right. So we co-founded together with some other people the Wall Street Pink Slip parties, which bring about 400 to 500 laid-off Wall Street folks together with executive search firms and recruiters and enable them to have mini interviews and network amongst peers. And all of the proceeds benefit the Ronald McDonald House of New York. So that's how we do that.
Now, before you go, I know you all have great programs you would like to promote a little bit, plus also you'd like a job. Erica, what website would you like to talk about?
It's through God's Love We Deliver, glwd.org.
All right, very good. And David?
New York Cares, nycares.org.
And how many volunteers did you mention a moment ago are involved in that?
New York Cares has 43,000 active volunteers.
Amazing. And Julia?
All right. Well, to register for the next Wall Street Pink Slip party, you would go to wallstreetpinkslip.com. EIFEL, the nonprofit business consulting firm I work for, is ifel.com, and Dress for Success is dfs.org.
Well, very good. Thank you all for sharing your stories, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You're doing a lot of good work. I'm a little jealous. I feel a little inadequate now. Now, if you have a story you would like to share on surviving this recession, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at facesoftherecession@foxnews.com. Meanwhile, off we go to the green room. Brian and